Howdy do, folks. I think I did it. We appear to be live on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to episode 13 of streaming live from my living room. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome, new folks. And quite honestly, where the fuck have you been? Because I've been doing this since March. And there's also a language warning coming up here for the new folks. Uh, I do say fuck and other things is definitely R rated. Uh, my fans gave me this amazing gift, so that should tell the tale. Strap yourself in. It's not stand up comedy. I don't know what the hell it is. I tell some stories. I'll mix in a teeny tiny little bit of comedy. If you're lucky, my cockatiel Sparkey will do a flyby and make an appearance. Um, this is kind of like nuts shit going on here right now. Everybody's streaming, everybody's zooming. I have done so many guest Zoom appearances on other comedian shows that aren't mine, and that's kind of really fun and also awkward when you do a guest appearance on a show that you're unfamiliar with, as I have. I gotta have everything ready because you peckerheads, I mean that in a nice way. Somebody's been with me my whole career, but these fuckers are new. So I gotta have some traditional Amish shit ready, just in case. And I also have to have a little bit of a smart mouth edge ready in case the plan was just to make a dick out of me. So I did one. Let's see, I just did one this past week, and they threw the thing at me. The beauty of it is if they're unfamiliar with me, I can do old shit from like fucking 30 years ago because they don't know. And then they did. And he actually asked me, when the horse and buggy breaks down, do I use four-way flashers? And I'm like, yeah. I light the candle, and I blow it out. Then I light the candle, and I blow it out. Then I pause to see if they're gonna laugh, because that's an old fucking stupid joke. And then they did actually laugh at that, so that set me up to finish that joke. Let's say on a windy day, I'm screwed big time, and I'm scaring people away. What the hell's that Amish guy doing over there? I don't know. I think he's signaling the Mennonites. It could be a drug deal. Let's get out of here. Then they laugh. Then I know it's going to be a fun Zoom, and I won't have to think up too much shit. But then, out of nowhere, they'd ask me like 9 horse and buggy questions, and without any warning whatsoever, and this really just happened to me, they'll go, do the Amish practice oral sex? I'm like, define practice, because to my way of thinking, if it's happening, it counts. That's not really practice. Or as far as practice goes, did you mean, do I like grab like a vine ripe tomato and practice my technique before I actually try this on a person? No practicing on vegetables. Did you ever practice oral sex on an Amish girl before? I said, well, if you ever dated any Amish women, you would not ask that. There we go. Are we back, Al? Are we back? What? Are we back? I think we're back. Did I do it? I think we're back. Back on YouTube. All right. I think I'm back. We're back. Thank you, Al. That's amazing. I know I haven't been into the bourbon yet, but that'll be coming tonight. Nothing like broadcasting live. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. So that fucked up the Zoom joke. All right. So that was a weird thing there, but I've been zooming a lot. Here's a cool thing that sort of almost happened to me. Okay, so you guys know who Josh Gates is. Josh Gates Expeditions. He's doing a Zoom show. Josh Gates tonight. He's really a nice guy. Millions of followers. He travels all around the world, and he studies shit, and then you learn stuff, right? Okay, so I didn't even want to do it. So Josh Gates tonight was doing an episode on Robin Hood and his merry men, and he says about 3 ago, and he wanted the Zoom auditions to be one of the merry men. So my wife was all excited. She got me this primitive dwelling sign. She got me these pewter mugs right here like this. Okay, so and I auditioned to be one of Josh Gates's merry men, and I was really proud of myself for the audition that I gave him, and I didn't fucking get it because I watched the episode, and it is sorry if you were on that episode. Josh Gates's merry men sucked batshit balls. I couldn't fucking believe they didn't pick me. I was devastated. I was crushed. I made a little Josh Gates voodoo doll and started sticking pins in it. And like 2 weeks after the episode aired, this is all Instagram. Instagram has a lot of different weird message folders that I don't fully understand. There's the main one and the general one and some other one. And I noticed there was a little red triangle, which I should be familiar with, the red triangles. 2 weeks after the episode aired, and I said, what the fuck is this little red triangle? And I went in this thing, and it said, this is the producer from Josh Gates Tonight Show. We would love to feature and/or star you on Josh Gates's Robin Hood episode and be one of his merry men. Son of a bitch, bastard, motherfucker, fuck me in a bucket of goo. I was gonna be a fucking merry man, and I didn't fucking, it was stuck in the fucking spam folder, rat bastards and motherfuckers. So then I went through all my other spam folders to see if possibly I was gonna be possibly the next Batman. So I was gonna try to figure out a way to play for you my audition, and then my good friend Keith from Overseas EO said, well, why don't you just fucking do the audition? So here's the audition that I did, that I actually made it for, but I was too fucking stupid to know that I made it. See, I don't just play the role of a dumbass. I am one. So this was the audition to be one of Josh Gates' merry men. See, the idea was I would have this bow and arrow. Now this, my wife set this whole thing up. She was all excited. She said, oh, I have this bow and arrow. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with a bow and arrow? Where are the arrows? And she said, I'm not gonna trust you with fucking arrows. Let's be serious about that. So the idea was, I'm going to be one of Robin Hood's merry men, and I'm more into entertaining than killing things. So I put this bow up like this in the audition, right? And then I pretended like I was kind of surprised to find myself holding a weapon. So I went, oh, and I put this down, and then I went. And that was it. You couldn't really see it on account of I don't have the camera angle here. Well, my legs were kicking all the fuck around. I don't know if you ever saw Jethro Tull and Ian Anderson. He was like my muse. My legs were kicking all over the fucking place. I fucking nailed the merry men, and they wanted me, and I didn't look in the fucking spam folder. So next Zoom interview I did, I said, you're kind of getting me on the Zoom rebound because I'm fucking brokenhearted. So apparently I'll have to wait for Josh Gates to do Robin Hood Revisited unless they haven't blocked me by now. So fuck me in a bucket of goo. So there you go. Let me put this bow and arrow back up here, and I'm gonna look around the house later on for those arrows to shoot some shit. So here we go. Let's see what we're doing here. I am using cheater notes. So, oh, here's another thing with zooming now. This is a thing that we're all going through. Since a lot of us are still quarantining and we can't see the people that we love and hang out with, instead of texting them, everybody's doing like FaceTime and live video chats, and they're really fucking uncomfortable. They are so uncomfortable because here's the thing: you don't really have much to say to each other. How you doing? Great. How are you doing? And then you don't really have much to say. It's easier to just text shit, but you want to see each other. And that's a problem too, because you got to doll yourself up. You don't want to look like fucking shit warmed over hell in a handcart. Zoom with people, and then you got to make sure the camera's on an angle so people can't see all the fucking shit that's all over your house. If you're like me, a lot of times it's better to just zoom from outside, and then you wind up with these kind of things. Hi! It's really fucking awkward. So people are trying to Zoom and visit via all the technology we have. It's kind of cool, but it's also a little fucking awkward. So the other thing that's been driving me fucking cuckoo's nest is that I've been trying to get off of Facebook like a lot of you, because here's the problem. See, I don't like being told what to do. If my wife wants me to take out the garbage and she says, take out the garbage, which she would never do, I get fucking mad and I wouldn't do it. She used to trick me into taking out the garbage, just mainly by setting the garbage in front of the beer fridge or whatever. Then I'll do it. I just don't like being told what to do. Facebook is a fucking nightmare of psychopath lunatics telling me what to do, telling you what to do, telling everybody what to fucking do. And these are strangers. I got fucking strangers telling me what the fuck I should do. It's just very nerve-wracking. It's fucking really upsetting. I don't know how you got to be such a fucking expert about everything. But that makes all the sense in the world, because a lot of people, you go on Facebook and then your friends and stuff are saying, I am leaving Facebook. And I get it. They only have to explain why. And then 2 or 3 days later, they're still on there. And I'll tell you why. Because they can't fucking leave. Because Facebook is the worst drug than fucking heroin. You can't fucking leave. You want to fucking leave, but you can't fucking leave. That's it. I've had it. I'm fucking mad. I am leaving fucking Facebook now and forever. And then fucking day later, I better see if there's anything in here that I should check before I fucking leave. And that's the whole thing. People don't fucking leave. It's the craziest thing. There's some good shit on Facebook. There really is. What I think Facebook is amazing for, the community pages, when you lose a pet, a cat or a dog, and then you post it on the community page. But that shit makes me fucking over the cuckoo's nest too if I didn't take my pill, because I know you're upset because you lost your pet, but could you please put a fucking picture of the pet? The first post is those, I lost my cat, I'm fucking broken hearted. And then you put a picture of the cat, and then the people start asking questions. Well, what's the cat's name, in case we find the fucking cat? Because I just can't run around saying, cat, cat, which I would fucking do, because I'm one of those people that goes around looking for fucking people's lost animals. Then, the next logical question is, why don't you put a neighborhood where the fucking cat is lost? Because if there's a cat fucking lost in Makunji, and I'm running up around down the alley going, cat, 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 that's kind of fucking stupid. And then the pet peeve I have with all this lost pet shit is, when you get your pet back, delete the fucking post. Don't just put in comment number 87 of 193 that you got your fucking cat back, because when people like me see that your cat is lost, we start fucking screaming and going out looking for it. Well, I don't say, oh, there's a cat lost, I think I'm going to read these 197 fucking comments. Delete the fucking post. We who are looking for your cat will know you found it if the fucking post is gone. You don't have to post it there. Then if you're one of these other assholes, these fucking know-it-all people tell you what to do on fucking Facebook, and you're on the lost pet thing, there's always some fucking abrasive bulldozer fucking bully posting, you shouldn't leave your cat outside. No shit, Sherlock Holmes. What are you, the fucking wisdom of the two rivers and the fucking wheel of time of this fucking town? Thanks for that. That's like telling me to close the fucking barn door after the fucking horses ran out, you stupid fuck. We know we're not supposed to leave our fucking pets out. It's lost, you stupid fuck. As again, I'd like to tell you that my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but the problem also, as I said, with Facebook is it's very addicting in the worst possible way, because there's a lot of side effects now, because you can go on Facebook and get really fucking mad on strangers telling you what to fucking do. People are sharing false information, and then it just fucking runs viral. And the main problem with Facebook is It is a drug. Facebook is an addictive drug, and it's a gateway drug because it leads to harder drugs, like Twitter. Twitter is the harder drug of fucking Facebook, and if you think fucking it's a nightmare on Facebook, you should try the hardcore shit over fucking Twitter. Them motherfuckers aren't fucking shitting around over there. It's a fucking war zone over there. It's fucking Game of Thrones. It's fucking knives in the fucking back. Twitter is a fucking free for all. It's a fucking fight club. It's a fucking cage match over there. These motherfuckers. My wife doesn't tweet, and if you're like me, I'm trying to stop doing this. I'm a real dick. I read the bad news from Twitter to my wife, and she doesn't want to fucking hear it, and that doesn't fucking stop me. You know what's trending? She says, I don't want to know, I don't want to know. And I read her all this fucking bad news, and I suck the joy out of her life, and then she hears this shit and gets really upset, and then I'll feel bad, and then I'll say, like, a silly joke, and then she'll stare at me, and I'll think the joke wasn't funny, and then I'll realize, okay, that joke wasn't nearly funny enough for me to replace the joy that I just spent 30 minutes sucking out of her fucking soul. So if you're a kind of person who reads bad news in your home to people who don't want to fucking hear it, stop it. We're fucking assholes and douchebags, and I have stopped going on Twitter a lot, and I'm happier. So I got to thank my wife for that. It's not, are you looking at porn, or are you, shooting heroin in the basement? She'll be like, are you on Twitter? Yes. And I'll fucking run off of there. So, careful on your social media. Detoxing from Twitter. That's some serious shit over there. I'm using my cheater notes. As I said earlier when I posted on my page, I am so unprepared for this show tonight. There's a fairly excellent chance it's going to be one of the shortest episodes because, man, I gotta have some sort of normal life too. And I'm trying to prepare shit, I'm trying to write shit. Shit wasn't fucking ready, and I get myself all worked up. And so here we are, episode 13. But me and a bucket of goo. I'll have a drink of water. I have a fan that actually thinks that's funny. There you go, Higgins, you dog ass. Now, I want to talk about something. I gotta pick up my flute so I don't crush it. So these episodes I've been sharing with you feature a lot of stories from shit that's happened to me. And a lot of the stories that I tell feature accents from people from other countries, which can be considered insensitive in these crazy days. But to my way of thinking, the accent of the story of whatever I'm telling is important to the story. So when I tell stories and they have accents in them, get off my fucking politically correct ass. They are important to whatever story I'm telling. I will give you a few examples, and it's not just accents of people from foreign countries. It's like my brother-in-law, Jack, is hysterical. And when I tell any Jack stories, I use a Jack accent because you don't even know what it is, but it makes the story funny. I was doing a lot of computer work for him. He's an amazing Dutchman, and he can't fucking hear at all, and that's part of the fun of the story. And then he's one of these guys that believes that if a computer, if you turn it on and the red light goes on, it should be fixable. He had a 9 million year old compact in his closet, and I made him get a fucking faster computer, and that was slow, and then I made it go faster yet, and then he wanted me to come over and fix this fucking thing, and he used to click on fucking golf ball specials, and it'd fuck his whole computer up, and he'd get spam. I'd spend the whole fucking night, and his computer was so fucking slow, and he'd say, what I do now is, I click on the email. I said, well, what do you do then? Then I go out and I cut the grass for like 4 hours, then I come back in, then I check my email. I'm like, what the fuck did you click on? He said, I didn't click on nothing. So Jack has a compact computer in his fucking closet, and he has hearing problems, right? It's 10 o'clock at night. He wants me to come over, and he told me he threw this fucking computer out, and he lied to me, that rum and coke drinking motherfucker, and he has it all wired up, 10 o'clock at night, he's all fucking liquored up. A compact computer. He called the 100 number on the compact computer, and he got a check from fucking India, which is important to the story. The guy from India, I couldn't believe somebody answered his fucking phone. And Jack has him on fucking speakerphone, and we're drinking the motherfucker, and the Indian guy's there, and trying to understand Jack, who can't fucking hear good. And the Indian guy's like, politely trying to tell him he should throw this fucking computer out without fucking telling him that. And the guy's like, well, what is the year on this computer? And then Jack goes, what? And what is the year? Is there a year on this computer that you can tell me so I can plug in the numbers and see the year? And I'm there, I got it. It's like 1983. And then the Indian guy's like, oh. And then Jack goes on the speakerphone, he goes, here's the problem, see, I'm hard of hearing and you speak with an accent. What the fuck? That's not racist. It's part of the fucking story. You see my point here. So I have a bunch of those that I want to share with you. I will be using the accents. Get off my fucking ass because they are important to these stories. I really don't mean nothing by it. There's Southern accents are amazing. When I went down to the tour, when I drove down to Florida, I wanted to get off the beaten path to experience a teeny little bit of the country in the deep south. So we got off, I don't know what fucking route that is, but we drive like 5 or 10 miles, and I think we were in South Carolina. We needed gas up, my wife and I, so we drove 5-10 miles off the beaten path, and we pulled into the most amazing hillbilly gas station I've ever seen in my life. There was a pickup truck, and you had to pump the gas yourself, and you had to fucking stop it yourself, and gas $19 a gallon, whatever the fuck it was. It's almost impossible to stop it right on an even number. You're like, here it comes. It's gonna stop at $30. Fucking 30.01, you motherfucker. So that goes on. So we're having fun there, and the truck guy is pumping gas, and we don't say nothing to him. Then another truck guy pulls in, and he knew the first truck guy, and he goes, "Buy say people for say the buy say the ball. Man, so the play ball." And the other one said, or he knew what the fuck he said. And he said, "Ha, man, for say the bay, bear say, more fair the ball, bear the ball." What the fuck? So we were having the greatest time. Then we went into the fucking gas station, right? And they had a little room with chairs and a black and white TV up in the corner, like 9 old men fucking watching TV. So that was kind of fucking amazing. And they had a row of raccoon hats and a row of motor oil and a row of fucking Slim Jims. So that was totally fucking amazing. Stopped off at another one such of these southern awesome gas stations, but when we went another state, I don't know where the fuck we were, and we were trying to find something fun to do. My wife's Googling map shit and all that. So then I walk into this gas station, and it was, they had alcohol in this fucking gas station, which is the thing they didn't have around here. I couldn't fucking believe my mind. I went in there, and there was fucking just a whole shelf of moonshine, all different fucking flavors, and the raccoon hats, and the bug spray, and the motor oil, and the Slim Jims, and the tasty cakes. And there was this crazy lady behind the bar, behind the counter there, and I picked up lemonade moonshine, because I didn't really trust that there was fucking alcohol in there. It was like fucking $5 a jar, right? And I said, "What is this?" And she went, "Alcohol." And I said, "Was it any good?" She said, "I don't know. You wouldn't get me to touch a drop of that. My no good son of a bitch brother-in-law drank himself to death, and the son of a bitch bastard didn't even die, and we wound up having to take care of him. That's why alcohol is the devil's elixir, and I wouldn't touch a drop of that." And I'm like, "Excellent. I'll take like fucking 3 of these." And then I went out because I'm a dick, and I didn't tell my wife that story. And I said, "Would you run in and buy like 3 jars of this fucking lemonade?" True story. No real point or an end to it. And I got some more stories here. Oh, that's my Southern hillbilly stories. Okay. Russian accents are really fun. They are. They're just a lot of fun. Again, I don't mean nothing by it. and I have a magic ability to get into trouble places where I go without using any kind of accents or anything. But again, this Russian accent is important to the next couple of stories. So many years ago in my career, I was performing at colleges, which I fucking hate. I mean, I love young people. It's a thing, but colleges the college kids tend to view a comedy show that's in the college as like another class, and they show up at fucking 1 minute of 8, and they got notebooks and all that shit. And I had a few of these, and I just couldn't figure out how to connect with these fucking college kids. And this was upstate New York, and I'm thinking I have to find a way to figure out these college kids, connect with them, or I gotta fucking quit doing college gigs. So I figured this out. I said, so the best way to explain me, an Amish stand-up comedian, is kind of like leaving the Amish and then doing what I do now. I'm sort of kind of like a Russian defector. You know, that was my comparison right there. Just then, a 9-foot Russian student that could have beat the fuck out of me just by getting up fast stands up and really fucking mad goes, I am Russian defector. You know nothing about my pain. I will tell you about defecting. You just run off to McDonald's and get Happy Meal. I have suffered the tortures of the damned. So, I don't really perform at colleges anymore. So then there's that story. Then my other fun Russian accent story is love New York City. Absolutely miss going up there. We do hop in cabs, like to park at the Port Authority, hop in a cab, and then we go. For reasons I could not tell you, we had a run of getting Russian cab drivers. It was kind of amazing. So we sat in his car, and then we're going into the village to see a show. I don't know what the hell it was. And he just starts talking to us. You are looking Amish there, my friend. Thank you. You are looking like a Russian cab driver. I don't remember if I fucking said that or not. He goes, I am driving cab for 2 more years, then I am going Lancaster and becoming Amish farmer like you, huh? Indoor plumbing, gone. Cable TV, gone. Amish farmer, me and you can hook me up, yes? I'm there. Okay, right now I have tickets to see Queens of the Stone Age at Madison Square Garden, but if you hang around and give us a ride back to Port Authority, I'll see if I can hook you up. Huh. See, that story wouldn't be nearly as funny without the Russian accent. That's my point here. And I got some more accent stories coming up because I'm trying to get stuff in blocks so that I can fucking remember it. So let me do this one here. All right, here we go. Fuck me in a buckadoo. Okay, so the Indian accent is really a lot of fun, and that's the one you get into the most trouble with. I have a comedian friend in New York who hates Big Bang Theory because of the stereotypical Indian Raj character on that show. But here's the kick in the Amish balls. I knew a guy from India who sounds exactly like Rajesh on Big Bang, and his name was actually Raj, and he did all that shit. We used to almost get the fuck beat out of us all the time because of the language barrier. And so I'm going to share some Raj stories with you right now. Get off my ass. The stories, the accent is important to the stories. So we were taking him, shows you what kind of a dick I am. We were taking him to see professional wrestling in Philadelphia. A man from India, a man of God, and everything is peace, and there's no violence or anything. He didn't want to go. He mocked the hell out of us, but to be a good friend, he says, let's go. So I'm in the car, right? And we stop at a Wendy's, right? And I'll have a cheeseburger. And then my kid said, growing up, Alvin, he said, I'll have a cheeseburger too. And then the other guy with us, I'll have a cheeseburger too. And Raj goes to the drive-up window. Fuck it, I'll have a beef sandwich too. That's a great fucking story. It needs the accent. It's not nearly as funny without the fucking accent. So then we got him to wrestling in Philadelphia, and he didn't want to go. You know, peace. He didn't want to see people bashing each other in. but he totally got into the spirit of wrestling. He chugged a beer, and in 5 minutes into the wrestling match, rip his fucking balls off. You rip that chappie's balls off. That chappie and shove him up that other chappie's ass. Oh, that's a great fucking story, all right? So then he had another one. Raj was, me and Raj were going to Yakko's, right? Okay, so I'm not making any of this shit up, so get off my judgmental ass. And they had sausage, green pepper sandwiches, and Raj didn't quite have a mastery of the language yet. Quite proudly, he stood there and he said, I would like a sausage and pepper sandwich, and please hold my sausage. Raj, you gotta dumb that down a little bit. So we had a few rough moments there with Raj, but that's my Raj story. And then there's got another great New York story. Frank, if you're listening, you were along on this, so this is kind of a great story too. I'm driving up to New York with my friends who corrupted me, Clee and Frank, for like since my early 20s, and that's kind of scary to drive in New York. And I'm young in my 20s. As covered in previous episodes, you have to make a lot of what I call mandatory dick moves. We were in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, and trying to get on-street parking because we were kind of fucking cheap. And I made a dick move, mandatory dick move. I don't remember what it was, but the cab in front of me, mind you, in front of me, got really fucking mad because I was trying to parallel park, which is a chore of itself, and he got out of his fucking cab and stood in front of my car, and he said, I have no way of knowing what you're doing. I have no way of knowing what it is you're trying to accomplish. I don't know. I'm in my car. You're doing this. I have no way of knowing what you're doing. And at that point, I really didn't have any way of knowing what I was doing either. So there's accents, more accent stories. I got more accent stories here. Again, true story. British accents are fun. Scottish accents are really, really fucking hard to do, and oftentimes they morph into a British accent. But I was, again, family trip up in Massachusetts, I think, with my wife, daughter, my wife's sister, and her family were running around. We were outside on a beautiful day by a river, and there's flowers, and everybody's walking around, and the British guy is hiking, and this fucker had some attitude on him, right? And he has his walking stick, and he marches right up to us, and we don't even fucking know this guy, right? And we're outside, and he goes, Right, you Americans have no appreciation for the great outdoors. No appreciation whatsoever. Perfectly incapable of enjoying the sunshine and the beautiful fresh air. The Americans sit at home in your air conditioners and just have no appreciation for a glorious day like this. My family is all staring at me because they know I'm ready to fucking go over the cuckoo's nest. And I'm not saying nothing, and then all of a sudden, the little trolls in my idea hallway, mentioned in previous episodes, I can't fucking control them at all. So I just went in there. Dude, we are out fucking in the same outside that you are, looking at the same sun you're looking at the same fucking flowers that you're looking at. I don't know what you fucking see us, but I'm a little afraid of you because when you look at us, apparently you see assholes sitting in an apartment with fucking air conditioning. And now probably like the last time I was invited up there for that trip up there. So that was some good fun up there. I want to make sure that I don't miss any of my good accent stories. Oh, here's another fun one too. I had a friend from New Zealand, and they kind of sound British and or Australian, and we don't know. And if you meet anyone from from New Zealand, and tell them they have an Australian accent, they will rip your fucking crocodile balls off. I don't know how you tell the difference, but they get really fucking touchy about this shit. So that's accents. Boom. Roasted, get off my ass. I don't mean nothing by it. Even up there in fucking Boston, though, this is a Boston accent. I don't exactly know what it is, but it's like a kind of like a rich, snooty, Kennedy accent. and I'm going to have to fucking work on that so I can do my rich, snooty, Boston, New England States accent, possibly next week on things that I forgot. So, hey, if this show is not what you thought it would be, not what I thought it would be either, not 100% my fault. As I said, I have to be able to do some other things. Let me. All right, now I'm gonna have to go to my floor notes. See, I got floor notes here, and Sparky didn't shit on them yet. One of the other reasons that I am a little bit unprepared tonight is because earlier today I spent some quality time with my wife to make her happy, and in the middle of the day, ripped my shirt off, and I went out and mowed the fucking lawn. She loves that. She loves that. It's shocker when I fucking mow the lawn. It actually makes her happy. So I'm out there mowing the lawn, and then she tells me, she goes, it's good for you to get sun, get some vitamin D. I'm saying, well, I already have vitamin D in my multiple vitamin, so I don't want to be a dick. And then she said, also, the robins, the birds, like when the grass is cut. So I'm thinking, okay, you don't have to push your luck, beautiful wife. I'm gonna mow the lawn for you. I'm for myself. Get the vitamin D, exercise, mow the lawn, looks good. You really don't have to lay this thing on that the robins like grass cut. And women are way smarter than men. I mowed one half of the lawn, and as I was going away, the fucking robins were running all around. Robin birds having a fucking ball in the grass. How the fuck she knows that the robins would love the fucking grass cut? Melts my fucking brain. That the robins aren't even afraid of me. That I guess it's a fresh buffet, and they want first cracks at the worms. I don't fucking know. But that was kind of crazy. And again, shout out to my beautiful wife upstairs. Give her some applause in the chat there. She never signed up for this, whatever the fuck is going on here. I've been with my wife forever in the best possible way. It was definitely a love at first sight kind of thing. I was working in this town, trimming hedges and doing lawn work for somebody else, and I had to do fucking physical labor. And when I saw her, there were actual sparks. It actually wasn't really romantic. It's that I had an electric hedge trimmer, and I was gawking at her because she was hot, and I cut the fucking extension cord with the fucking hedge trimmer. That's the first thing when I saw her. And then fucking sparks flew, and the whole thing went fucking nuts. And then I knew that was the one for me. But then I had to go into the hardware store, which was the people that I was working for, and tell them, I need another extension cord because I think I just met my future wife and I cut this electric cord with this fucking hedge trimmer. So there you go. Wife upstairs, hedge trimmer story told. If somehow in my mind it was connected to mowing the fucking lawn, there you have that. Let's see here. Fuck me. Oh my god. That's it. More stories here. I'm just checking. Sometimes that works on my show when I just make a face and people laugh and then I don't have to do anything. So, when you bring a new guy home or whatever, it's a little awkward, right? How about this? How would you like to have to bring this ex-Amish farmer home to introduce to your parents? Although the family was like amazing to me, they were so nice. One thing that was funny though is that because of who I am, nobody asked me to fix anything electrical at all. In fact, her mother asked me once, could I change a light bulb? Because that's what people do when they come over. And then she felt bad and apologized. She said, could you change this light bulb? She said, oh, I'm so sorry. I did. Oh. So there's going to be more stories about that later on. Just testing the water here. Let's see, a hedge trimmer story. There it is. Oh, things that I forgot from last week, and it's still not ready this week. I was going to have everybody watch The Blob, right? And then make a dick out of it. And I watched it, but it's kind of hard to make a dick out of it. I love the movie The Blob, and if you don't know this, The Blob was filmed, the Blob running out of the theater scene in Phoenixville at the Colonial. They have Blobfest, and you can actually buy tickets, and they recreate the Blob, and everybody fucking runs out like wild lunatics for Blobfest. And I realized that one of the reasons that I love the movie The Blob is one of my favorite things to say is fuck you in a bucket of goo. The Blob is actually like a big thing of goo that fucking ran out of its bucket. It's the most amazing thing. It just fucking runs out and it just blobs all around. And the people in that movie are so fucking stupid. There's a blob there, and the first victim is an old man, and he takes a stick and he pokes it in the blob goo, right? That's the dumbest fucking thing you could do. And then he holds it up like this, and he watches the blob goo go down the stick. And like right about there, he should have fucking tossed it, but he just watches the blob goo go, and he just holds fucking hand, and then he starts crying, and he's an old man. Oh, and he's going fucking crazy. But don't worry, because 37-year-old Steve McQueen playing the part of an 18-year-old high schooler who's trying to get laid up on the mountain calling Janie girl, and they're actually in a car trying to make out, and they're not in the fucking back seat. They're sitting on the top of the front seat of a convertible. That seems like a very difficult place to make out. I don't know. It's just me. So Steve McQueen, 37 years old, playing the part of a fucking 18-year-old high school. I thought that was the fucking horror movie. And all his friends are fucking knuckleheads. All he has is 38, 39-year-old friends, and they're trying to be cool. And they hang all over each other, like trying to be fucking gangs and shit, like, and pinching each other in the ass and all that shit. Again, I really needed to do more research on The Blob. It's a great movie. Watch it and mock it and know that Steve McQueen, fucking 37-year-old, playing a high school kid. Absolutely amazing shit. The fire department comes. They all have different color uniforms on, so I think there were some budget issues there. I know probably I should have went with fucking Kingpin, like somebody else told me. I will deconstruct Kingpin next week. Check out my cheater notes right here, down here again. Again, a lot of this stuff is only funny to me. There's people that you know that can fall asleep anytime, anywhere, anyhow. There's a fan that watches this show who posts every week. I fell asleep during your show. How the fuck you could sleep with this being the last thing in your fucking head? It just hurts my brain. And then he wakes up and then he watches the fucking replay. Because these people can fall asleep while you're talking to them. The one that drives me fucking batshit crazy is these people that can fall asleep outside. You're sitting outside on fucking lawn chairs and fire's going there and it's dark and everybody's liquored up and mosquitoes are flying all around and a slug might be coming at you, but you can't fucking see it. And people can just fucking fall asleep like that. And I can't, I'm fucking jealous of that. I know why I can't fall asleep outside. It's because back when I was farming, I took, with a straw hat, I took a cat nap out in the field, and I woke up and a cow was chewing and eating my fucking hat. It traumatized me, so that's why I don't think I can fall asleep outside. But people who can fall asleep outside, they must trust their family like nobody's business. Because sometimes these people, I've been there, I mean, they let my brother-in-law, they just fucking let him sleep outside, right? And then they don't fucking wake him up or nothing. If I fall asleep outside and I wake up and it's tomorrow and I'm still outside, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I would be afraid like wolves would fucking eat me, the fucking snakes would come get me. Oh, that's really fucking nuts. I have trouble sleeping. I need to sleep in the bed. I'm the kind of also of the house, the sleep police. People fall asleep on their sofas. I can't even fucking do that. When somebody falls asleep on the sofa in my house, when I go up, I do wake up my wife and saying I'm going up, and then she'll fucking come up. Because to my way of thinking, if you fall asleep on the sofa and you wake up on the sofa the next day, you got fucked out of a night's sleep. That doesn't fucking count because you never fucking went to bed. I'll fucking, if I fall asleep on that fucking sofa and I wake up and it's tomorrow, I go, motherfucker, I lost a whole fucking night's sleep. So if you can fall asleep on the sofa or outside, I'm happy for you, but also right there, you motherfucking, you sleeping motherfuckers. How about that? Time for water. Hacking away here. I have a series I've been doing also where the theme of my show is that women are smarter than men. I believe that with all my heart. I'm going to, enough time has passed and I don't know these people, so I can make a dick out of some stories that I know from the olden days. Is I used to work out over at Gold's Gym like a motherfucker, ripped to the nines, and then I fucked my back up and I went to, my wife took me to a chiropractor, a beautiful blonde chiropractor, and I'm allowed to say that because my wife took me to her in the first place, right? And also, guys, know this: if your wife asks you if someone is beautiful and they are, you have to say they are, or you'll seem like a lying fucking douchebag. My wife knows that's a beautiful blonde up there, and that's important to the fucking story, all right? So we're up there, and then we got talking, and we go up there, and we visit, and we got to be friends and all that shit. And she started telling us about her dating life, and then she said she's going out with this guy. She's a car salesman, and she doesn't know if it's going to work out. And I'm thinking, well, he's a car salesman, so that should tell you the trouble right there. I said, so what's the nature of the problem here? What's going on? She says, well, he has back problems and he won't let me adjust them. He prefers to use inversion boost. Now that goes to show you how fucking stupid guys are. If you have back problems, you're single, you hope and dream of meeting a beautiful blonde who's a fucking chiropractor. That's the fucking dream. If you're single and you meet a beautiful blonde chiropractor, you pretend that your back is fucked up just so she can fucking twang you, right? Okay, so this is more of this fucking story. It turns out I knew the car salesman who didn't trust his blonde chiropractor girlfriend to twist him, then he used fucking inversion boots. Because he was fucking complaining about her at the fucking gym. Like, I was losing my fucking mind. I was like, what's going on, man? He goes, oh, I have, my girlfriend's all fucking mad at me because I fucked my back up. And then she what does she do? She's a chiropractor. Well, that's good. You can let her. No, I don't trust that shit. I use inversion boots. I'm losing my fucking mind. This is the same fucking nitwit that fucking, the blonde chiropractor girlfriend, and he's using fucking inversion boots. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm just going fucking crazy. So then I went back up there, and she fucking had it with him. She said, that's it. We're done. We're finished. And then she goes, let me tell you what happened to her. No, I don't want to know. I want to know, but I want to hear it from the fucking asshole first, and then I'll come back and get the story later. So he didn't know that I knew, so we went back to the gym. I said, hey, how's your blonde chiropractor doing? She goes, she's really fucking mad at me, and she broke up with me, I think. And I said, well, what did you do? And he goes, well, why do you assume that it was me that did something? So just a fucking wild guess there. I said, okay, well, what happened? Alexa, quiet. That's, my show's over. Oh my God, I'm not even through the fucking inversion boot story yet. So, true story, he says, well, she's really fucking mad at me. I'm there, well, what did you say? He goes, well, I told her, you're not the most beautiful girl I've ever been out with. And that has to be a fucking lie, because this toady motherfucker couldn't hardly even keep his eyes open. Beautiful blonde chiropractor. No fucking way that was true. I said, you're not the most beautiful girl I've ever been out with, and you're not the most intelligent girl I've ever gone out with, but I always have a lot of fun when we go together. And I thought, you didn't really fucking say that. Tell me what you really fucking said. He goes, no, that's what I said. You're not the prettiest girl I've ever been out with. You're not the smartest girl I've ever been out with, but I always have a lot of fun when we're together. And she broke up with me. And I said, well, you should be very careful the next time you use your inversion boots. And he said, why? I said, because I don't think you're smart enough to tie a fucking shoe, and you might just fall out of them things and break your fucking neck. Technically, my show is over, but I have a couple, 2, 3 more stories I'd like to share with you, and I'll get the fuck out of Dodge here. Again, this gets to the heart of women are smarter than men. My wife went up to see her sister a couple of years ago, and my daughter and I were here to fend for ourselves, and my daughter is at the age old enough to drink, right? And we like to watch fucking scary serial killing shit and all that. So I whipped us up some cocktails in the kitchen, and she watched me do it. A little vodka, a little lime juice, right? And then you're gonna see a serial killer show, and she's watching me make these things. And I hacked up the lime, and then I took the lime, and I just threw the lime in the sink. And my daughter goes, "What do you think's gonna happen to that lime after you threw it in the sink?" I hadn't really thought about it that much, but apparently I did think that the lime fairy would come and get that fucker out of there. Again, stories don't really have a point or an end to them. Women are smarter than men. My daughter knew that fucking lime had to get out of that fucking sink. That's the point of that story right there. I will leave you folks with a Clee story. I've been telling some Clee stories. Clee did these shirts for me by a t-shirt. Near and dear friend, he's no longer with us. I hate that phrase, but it's important to the story. He drew this of me. Clee helped fuck up my youth. We were such assholes. I can't believe we didn't have the fuck beat out of us on a regular basis. He turned me on to such amazing music. Brian Eno, Roxy Music, left Roxy Music, and he has his own album. Was his first album. There's a song, Baby's on Fire. Amazing song. Check it out, Brian Eno, Baby's on Fire. And we had rehearsed this, okay? So we were at a party, right? And Cleve had them put on Baby's on Fire, all right? And during Baby's on Fire, the song goes, Baby's on fire, better throw her in the water, right? When it sings Baby's on Fire, Cleve took a match and lit his own fucking hair on fire. I'm not making this up. Clee's sister's listening. Your brother actually lit his fucking hair on fire. And it was all about timing because I couldn't let his head go up in flames. And then when the song said, better throw it in the water, I blasted him with a fucking cup of water and put the fire out. That's episode 13. I love you fuckers so much. Thank you. Donate if you can. Buy a t-shirt. I don't know what the fuck this was. I will be back for episode 14. I'll take requests on my timeline. I'm going to have to start repeating material, although there's a lot of stories on the floor here that I didn't get to. I love you. Stay safe. Mwah.